Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I'm Vera. I'm back again to talk about what the dragons have to say to you. Normally, there is a theme. Last week was very much about, how shall I say that? The old remnants of self-pity, victim, and those kind of things just washing up to the surface and coming out. But as they do, you feel them again. And you kind of go, oh, I thought I'd worked on this. I thought I'd spent so much time clearing this up and feeling worthy and feeling good about myself. And why is this still here? So sometimes there's just little remnants, or the fact that you're in that vicinity again and you can feel it maybe from someone else or something else. It's not necessarily all to do with you. So today there is a theme as well. The theme this week, something that's been coming up and I'm noticing it more and more, it's zero tolerance. It's coming back to that again. Zero tolerance, and it's all to do with your frequency. The dragons want you to know that it's all to do with your frequency and what you're feeling. So whatever you're feeling, you're attracting back to you, and you can be picked up by other people, what they're feeling from you. If you want to attract something into your life, it's got to do with your frequency. It's no one else's business. It's holding on. Thank you very much. Good morning. It's holding on to the frequency that you have and you want to hold in your body. This is the work. This is the inner work that the dragons are here to tell us about. So if feeling the frequency, and if you know that love is around 528 kilohertz, and everybody talks about, got to love yourself before you love someone else. That's true, but sometimes the word love has people going, oh God, not love again, because it makes you feel really itchy and scratchy, because you kind of think, don't really think I've had very much of that. Everybody's talking about love. Think of love as an energy, the same as anger is an energy, or fear is an energy. So you're just feeling the experience of it. So love is not something that you can own and hold on to and lock into, the same as anger or hurt or sadness. Love is it's an energy that you choose to be in or you choose not to be in it. So think of love instead as a colour. What colour would love be for you? What's your preferred colour? What's your favourite colour? Think of it as a perfume. What is your favourite perfume? What is it it smells so good. What is it? A delicacy, a feeling, a texture. Let all that go. What is it that, maybe a note of music, when you hear some notes of music, it makes you melt. What is it that's around that frequency of love that makes you know, I'm in love? Not that you're in love with someone else, but I'm in love. I was out walking at the weekend and it's such a glorious day, and I know I went for a meditation down by the river, and when I finished that I was like, oh my God, I love it here. I couldn't stop taking videos and photographs. I found all the little photo of the flowers and I zoomed in, and I was just in love with the whole experience, and took a video of the sound of the river going by. So I was in love. It doesn't mean that I'm in love with someone. I'm in love. I'm in 528 kilohertz. I'm in awe of this experience of life. That's being in love. And when you're in that state, this is what the dragons want you to understand today with the cards that we're picking today, you attract so much more to you. So if you're looking to get back into the good life, get the good life back, if you're looking to reinvent yourself and up level the magic that's inside you, this feeling of love, and then as you feel the frequency of love, you're just attracting so much more, and money and friendships and love and colleagues and your work, and everything starts going well. I had two questions that I had several times this week. So how do I tune into my clients so that I know what they want from me and what I can provide? So this is where frequency comes in as well, and I know that the cards are going to answer that today. And the second question was, what what if I can't do it? What if I can't do this reinvention of me? What if I can't do what's needed? So again, it doesn't take much work, but it is a practice. How you can actually practice your way through, get into this kind of sensation of what you're flowing in, the energy that you're in. So before further ado, I'm just going to ask Utopia to do with all of this subject of the frequency of love. What card is 3? What card does she want us to read today? So 3 from her pack. Oh gosh, beyond. Beyond love and what we know as love. Absolutely perfect. Thank you very much, Utopia. So I'm going to read this one to you. When I read these cards, don't just like, yeah, okay. Let them be infused. So the dragons read these cards. Let the energy come into you so that you have an experience of it. The dragons are all about feeling. So it's not a question of just listening and looking at the words on a sheet of paper. It's like, how are they being infused, absorbed? How can you feel them? There's no point doing anything with the dragons unless you're not ready to raise your frequency and get into the feeling of what they are trying to tell you. So what was it? Yeah, beyond love, love and beyond. There is an expansion beyond love. It's not necessary for the majority of the population to know about this, but the more the population have the ability and are able to step more into the frequency of love, and you want to know more about love, then that will be a massive transformation for the planet's vibration. Again, think of love as a colour, think of love as a musical note, an experience that you can tune into right now. So what brings the feeling of love to you? And you can think about it as puppies or kittens or flowers or being with someone, being with your kids, being with your loved ones. And really feel that experience as if you're living that right now. For those of you who want to know what is beyond love, it's a feeling of mass expansion, connectedness to every single particle of the world, connected to being able to love everything and love everyone. This is the state you might decide to call bliss, which is a word we know already exists. As you let the love flow into you, by the way, you may yawn, you may burp, you may just need to stretch your body. Go with it, listen to your body. The feeling of being in awe and in wonder-like child state, as these would be other adequate descriptive words, of feeling of what's beyond love, an enlightened and blissful state. There is a feeling that goes with this, that's in the human body. It's kind of heavy, as in a very fulfilling and satisfied expansion. So it's really difficult to contain. It's difficult to understand. It's mind-blowing. It's almost like being an enlightened being, as you would imagine Buddha or Jesus being, who were just in love and accepting the whole time. At the same time, there's a weightlessness, a feeling, a state, when you can cross over in your vibration and talk to other dimensions, interspecies communication, soul-to-soul communication. It's when you are able to see across the different light spectrums. It's also being able to feel across the different vibrations and spectrums as well. All about listening to the vibrations and not getting trapped in just what you can see and what you can physically hear, like a noise that's solid, but like what's coming on, what's coming from other parts of the galaxy, other parts of the universe to you. To know bliss is beyond love, and I only have an image of it that I can necessarily give you all the words to describe it, which is. Words are a very basic language to be able to describe such an experience as love, because it creates a feeling within the body. Love, feeling, vibrations, it creates a feeling inside your body that you will recognize. So beyond love is where everything, if you can imagine, is brighter, more colourful. The sky is bluer, the clouds are whiter, the sea is bluer, the grass is greener. So it's more colourful, intense details and colours. There is an intense sense of what is around you. You're more in flow, and a rolling feeling as you're really used to as a channel and a conduit for energy. You are connected from head to toe. You are tethered from the heavens and to earth. Your visions are not earthly visions. It is that almost that you can see into other dimensional beings. You see into, you see through, you see around things, you see across the light spectrums. You hear a broader, wider bandwidth. You see with new eyes and you hear with new ears. All your senses are heightened, and this makes you so totally happy and complete, compassionate. You are on the world as you know it, but not of the world, if that makes sense to you. Being otherworldly, this state of bliss, what we attribute to being enlightened or enlightened masters. Now, I know in one of the other cards they say, when you're feeling this state of love and beyond love, this bliss, you are being felt by the dragons. You are being felt by your soul. You're being felt by the angelic realms, the mysterious beings. When you are above this or around this frequency, it's like a little light goes on, and all of a sudden they can see you and they can hear you and they want to do everything for you. It's like you've chosen to be in this frequency which is above the majority of the population's frequency, and it just all of a sudden your head's above the poppies, the tallest poppy in the field, and they're like, there she is. We're going to help her out today. What's she asking for? So Utopia, that was card number 3. And we're going to move on to Lunar Ray. Making a note of the time. Right, okay, Lunar Ray is all about your feelings. Lunar Ray is the second dragon, the sort of silvery dragon. She's a pearlescent, and she's got like scales. She's an incredibly sensual dragon. If you can imagine what it feels like if you could touch her skin. If you've ever touched a really big snake, she's so smooth and silky smooth, just incredible. All right. So let's see what Lunar Ray has to say. Okay, that's her card number 5. She's being very evasive today. She's so in love. She said, oh, anything will do. Oh, anything will do. I'm just so in love with today. Lunar Ray, we're going to read your card number 29. And this is living in a new world. You've shifted into the next dimension of the planet. So let's see what that has to say to you. If you've asked a question, if you're asking a question right now, if you're interested in asking a question and getting it answered, then these are what the cards are here to do. And I'm very happy to do a personal reading for you so that you can find out what it is that's going on for you, what's stopping you, what's blocking you, all of those kind of things, because we're moving into living in a different realm, into this new paradigms where your feelings will be very, very important to be able to feel them. So if you're letting go of anything, if you're moving, if you're transiting, if you are transforming, reinventing yourself, you're ready to live the good life too, these are for you. So Lunar Ray, living in the new world, you've shifted into the next dimension on the planet. The process itself to evolve without the perfectionism is the magic you have been waiting for. Hello, darlings. Thank you for coming along. So appreciate you being here, and so do the dragons. We're reading Lunar Ray at the moment. The shift to be thoroughly satisfied and delighted with your experience here on Earth and still play with accessing all the multicoloured feelings that open up before you to receive the sensitive, wondrous, intuitive invitation into the new world. I wonder if you ladies are looking forward to that, because that's definitely what this is all about. So when you live the good life, it means that you're feeling it. You're feeling it 100%. There is no other planet like it for feelings. You choose to be here at this time to experience just this. You are locked up without allowing your feelings to flow. Not wanting to feel the feelings, fearful of feeling the feelings, avoiding feeling the feelings, yet there is a beautiful, magical world out there that operates and creates just from allowing your sensitivities to explore and get to intimately know your feelings. Let that just be infused. Just let yourself absorb all of this information as vibration. Don't get hung up on the words, just feel into the feelings. Have whatever experience you need to have that Lunar Ray is going to give you. This new world is a new dimension. It exists already for some and feels compassionate, loving, accepting and understanding the troubles of others. It is sensitive, joyful, playful, appreciative, exuberant. There is so much to be enjoyed, and that's why we came here to Earth. So many flavours, so many preferences, so many tastes and temperatures and sensations, adventures to be had, and feelings, and things, and things, and things, and things, and feelings, and more wondrous feelings. Maybe right now you have 1% of what's available to you, and that makes us sad. A person who can feel 100% alive in their body, and that they came here, chose to be here at this time, feeling their spirit soar and come to the surface of their body, feeling the spirit within them. That is the purpose of coming, and to embody an earth body on this planet, and to feel the feeling of everything. There is no other planet like it for feelings. You choose to be here right now to feel these feelings, to have the contrast within the lives of not having the feelings, and then to transform into a fully fledged feeling being, evolved into a human that does have feelings and knows how to use their feelings. So many people think, oh, I'm just too sensitive for this world, I'm empathic, I feel everything. Let me tell you, darling, that is a strength. When you are sensitive, to be able to turn that round so that you can exude the best feelings ever and be the strongest feeling in the room, rather than feeling everybody else's feeling, that is magic. That was Lunar Ray, and the next one we have is Ceremony. Ceremony is the rainbow dragon. She wants to show you, oh my lovely lady, look how far you've come. You are so incredible. We are so proud of you. Look at the pride that we have for you. Feel the pride that we have for you being here, coming here and choosing to do this. Look what you've done. You've done some amazing things already. Don't let anything drag you down. Ceremony really, really is the most precious. She has a message for you. Oh, okay. Oh, brilliant. They really are on the ball today. Thank you, darlings, for being here. So Ceremony card number 52. Override the old program and survival mind and let your intuition flow. I'm taking a note of the time so that I can make sure of them on the recording as well. Thank you, everybody. Say hello if you're here. Lovely, lovely, lovely to see you all here. We've got Ceremony today, and we're talking to Ceremony about this whole question of frequency and feeling into the love. And if love makes you feel itchy and scratchy because you feel you've just been disappointed in love and hurt, think of love as a colour. Think of love as a perfume. Think of love as a scent or a musical note, whatever you prefer the most. Think of it as looking close, close, close up into like a wild flower that's just reacting to the wind around it and just being in awe of nature. Oh, okay, so override the old program and survival and survival mind, beg your pardon, and let your intuitive mind flow. If you happen to fall into obsessive thinking of what's missing or what you lack, or the stories and feelings of dread or running wild, remind yourself it's a phase and it will look brighter under a different coloured magnifying glass. These feelings and situations often show you exactly what you are clearing away and ready to drop from your old programming, from the lower vibrations of the reptilian survival brain, only programmed for survival. And remember to be grateful for what you are being shown from this very experience. Remember what you're being shown from this very experience. You need only ask for help with your current dilemma and be gracious for what is provided. Open up your channels to intuitively perceive what you're being prepared to complete and release. Whatever you're feeling, know that that is just your soul showing you, this is what I can't live with anymore. There comes again the zero tolerance. Just be aware of whatever you're feeling, whatever it is. Last week it was self-pity and victim. This week it could be, I doubt myself. It could be, I just can't do it. What if I can't do it? What if I can't reinvent myself the way I want to be? There you go. You need only ask for help with your current dilemma and be gracious for what is provided. This is possible for everybody to experience, where it may at first seem safer to play in the familiar but basic level standard state and let go of the old ways of thinking by acting from flight, fright and freeze, where the reptile brain, which is right at the back of your brain here, wants to keep you stuck and locked in, keep you in worry, and so that all of your basic needs are only provided for. Let's just not go any bigger than that. Let's just stay here. It's safe here. There are many points in your brain that are yet to be discovered. And people so far know absolutely nothing about these points in the brain. They also know nothing about the spiritual side of the brain, the molecules and every single antennae that's on every single cell, the spirit antennae. Not everybody's brain works the same. Some are more evolved than others. Some people are using more than the 10%. Some people are using different parts of their brains more actively. Some people have the capacity to see a great scene in front of them. They're very visual. Other people are far more sensitive to touch or to sensitivity of sound, the high and the low pitch, and how all of those frequencies are deciphered and translated when it comes to your brain, when it comes to your mind. Your brain works in amazing, incredible ways, and you can teach it. You can show it that it's safe to open up the other side of the brain. There's an exercise that I do that allows you to merge both sides of your brain so that you're equally creative and equally logically intelligent, where you need both. Yes, so some people have the capacity to see great films, other people to be very sensitive to audio and the pitch and the nuances. Some people can hear outside another person's audio spectrum. Some people can see outside another person's visual spectrum. They hear in such a way that they're not able to describe it in words, but they do have a clear sense and understanding and a knowing and a meaning of that communication. Like when I moved to France, everybody was speaking French, but if I moved my language mind out of the way, I was able to understand what they were saying. So brains compute and recognize the vibration. Other people have a sense of smell that is very acute, but gives them the sense of knowing of the message that they receive from inside their body. It may be similar to something that somebody else sees on a film, or inside their mind, or picks up a tactile situation and the mind deciphers the meaning clearly for that person. The mind is a fantastic, fantastic, beautiful organ and allows many sensory and very accurate intelligence to be able to be processed and the invisible information to be quickly received and understood. So I wonder if you know which of the clairs is more expressive for you. I wonder if you know if you're more visual, if you're more tactile, if you're more auditory, or if you have all of them all in one go. I mean, I've got tinnitus. It was a psychic that told me that. I never knew that 10 years ago. It was someone that told me that you're ringing in your ears. I'm like, well, I don't know, don't think so. And I'm like, now I'm like, yeah, I hear it all the time because it's a pitch. And I know when the pitch changes, then I'm getting information to come through. So maybe you know, maybe make a note in the comments here. Are you audio? Are you visual? Are you kinesthetic? Are you perfumes? Can you smell things? Some people smell what goes on in the body. Very, very necessary. Very good. Very, very good. Right, we're going to move on to sovereign. Now, sovereign is the... she is the purple dragon that helps you really get connected with your soul. She really wants you to understand what your soul wants for you. So earlier on today, for example, I was trying to update my English passports for my boys because we're going to the UK in the summer, and I couldn't get through, couldn't get my payment through, and I was like, just connect in with my soul, just see everything going smoothly, get the payments all aligned, and it worked. So I just got in touch with her and I said, look, this is what I'm looking for, just align myself in, because she was saying, no, you've just come at it and you're just coming at it from your logical mind, not necessarily from your spiritual mind, accessing your mind. So you can use that for everything. You can allow yourself to home into that. So again, we are looking at the theme this week of frequency, and when you get into the frequency of love and above, when you don't fall out of love, when you don't go behind or below the 528 hertz, you are seen and you are heard when you are in this frequency, and then certain things can match up so much easier that you've been asking for. The better income, better opportunities, better meeting people, better serendipitous meetings, all that kind of stuff. Better information can come through when you reach into this particular frequency level. So the dragon's message this week to me was really, again, about zero tolerance of dropping below that particular level. You choose to be happy. There's a song that was in my head this morning and my kids play it a lot, and it's like, happy, happy guy, I'm a happy, happy guy. And it was in my head this morning. I'm like, yeah, you're right. It's just you choose at what state you want to be in, and that's it. And no matter what goes on in your life, you can kind of, go into punishment mode, or go into unhappy mode, or go into, the frequency that you often drop into when certain things happen, or you can just choose, I'm going to take this from a different perspective today. So, sovereign, all that being said, what card would you like us to read today? Oh, yes, very good. Very, very good. So, see through the eyes of the soul. That's what we're doing today with sovereign. I haven't done this one in a long time. Okay, so see through the eyes of the soul. Pay closer attention to how you're currently seeing and experiencing things. Then imagine, if you're able, to see and to feel as another being would see and feel. Not as a human being, but as your inner self, as your soul. Notice how you now see everything with the soul's bigger picture view, looking into your world, and you can experience that situation now in a lighter way. I'm a happy, happy guy. You are able to place yourself in this soulful, lighter state, being less and less affected and influenced by all the dramas, all the stories and happenings from the human lost in the survival state of the world. You now become objective and see the bigger picture and consider each situation as the soul would. Yeah, good on you, Trish. Let's just keep us in a happy, happy guy. Perhaps you can see through the eyes of the soul and reason with yourself what you can observe and feel, and how much of it that is just such a human state. And then you can choose to see the bigger view, the happier view, and as your soul would see it. There is, however, a gentle warning that comes with this, and that is it can be difficult to live after having this lighter soul experience, to return to live almost to the lower vibrations, or ever become as attached to these stories or people or situations you've experienced once you've experienced this lighter soul state, this sovereign state, let's call it that. It's like, I just feel good when I'm in my sovereign state. You're happily, however, you will be able to learn how to step aside and dance around those who want to remain in the shades of grey and in the monochrome world, as you get to escape for longer and longer, dipping and bobbing past them, flowing past those lower vibrations of people and places and situations, and you are not so affected or influenced as much as you once would have been. This is such a treat when I am told what the theme is going to be about, when a few people have asked some questions, and I'm just seeing what the dragons show up when they show up here in my office, and they're just feeding into me which cards would be ideal to answer about this particular phase that we're going through at the moment, about how you feel. These cards are a prerequisite. They help us to understand how to be in higher vibrations, higher consciousness. This is the whole point of them, helping us to navigate through this so that we can live and get into the good life vibe, so we can get and have a good life, get our good life back. If this is something that you are dedicated, devoted to your frequency, and you really want to learn and be held accountable and how you can keep in a better frequency even though things are going crazy or things are not working very well, then let me know, because I've got several questions that I'd like to ask you, and I'd like to ask them to you face to face. There's certainly lots and lots of ways that I've been shown by the dragons of how to do this, and they pull me up every now and again and they just kind of say, that is such a human state to be in. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. So that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm helping other people to do, to really navigate these higher states of consciousness, these different frequencies of feeling, and how you can then manifest so much better once you create your life with the frequency, with a feeling. I'm Fiona. I'm here every Monday reading the dragons to you and helping you understand just how powerful you are when you choose what frequency and what vibration you want to be in. Most of the time when I ask people, so what is it that you want? Like, they're not very clear, they're not very focused on what it is that they want. And the course that I've put together, a course in Practical Magic, is all about really helping you to get focused on what is it that I want? What is it? What's the next stage? Not what's the big picture, but what's the very next stage? And adding the detail, sewing the detail in there, like weaving it through so that you can get into the vibration of it, and then you can start attracting it and bringing it down. Because if you're all confused about what frequency that is, you can say it in your mind, but you're not feeling it. It's like saying, love you, and it doesn't have any frequency to it whatsoever. So my genius is helping you to get into that frequency so that you can start creating with your vibration. That's of interest to you? Say, hell yes, I'm in. I want to understand about frequency so that I can live it and I can maintain it, because I'm fed up of living in this low frequency. When you live in a different frequency, there's nothing that's beyond your means, because you know that you are the creator. Have an absolutely gorgeous day, and let me hear from you. Thank you very much for turning up today. Thank you for watching and listening and asking your questions to the dragons. I hope that you felt those cards, the messages that they had, resonate with you, and you will have had a bit of an upgrade today already. Bye.